right, guys, welcome again to Book de Vida, another episode, another video. This time we're coming live. Probably we're looking good. I'm not sure if we are. If we are not, just put a bunch of thumbs down under the video. Anyway, we will blame Mr. Jonathan.
No.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, before I start today, I got everybody that I bring into this channel is a special person to us. First of all, because they take the time to come into the channel. That's something that we really appreciate from them. But before we start, I want to send a thank you to the people that fed us today, which is the MC truck. The MC truck, you guys can check it out in one of the videos that we have. Mr. Abdul and his wife. Phone number for them is 407-719-6866. They brought us some good food today, and also advanced imaging place. Also, the lady with the desserts, Arlene, she brought us the tres leches. She is also available 321-420-3869. 321-420-3869. I want to thank her too. The sad thing is that she didn't bring us any coquitos or the coquito drink. Anyway, today, as you guys can see on the table, we have MUV coming into this channel, which is it's awesome. We were not expecting them to come in, but they were the first one to step in. I spoke to Kate. I got this great gentleman right next to me. He's probably getting a shot right now. I got my guy over there, Jonathan, taking care of all that stuff in the back. But Mr. Herman Brown is over here with his mask. He don't want to get COVID. We already got COVID, so we're like Trump. We got the antibodies. We're like Superman. So anyway, thank you for coming in. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to be speaking about your products. I'm not looking to speak about other products, but just MUV products. MUV is a dispensary. How many stores you guys have right now throughout the state of Florida?
We're at about over 30. No,
30
I think I,
stores?
I think when I checked my email yesterday, it said we were coming out with Key West coming soon.
Key West.
So yeah, so South Florida, Key
Oh, no,
West
that's
area
that's good.
is coming up
MUV,
soon.
they have some good products, man.
Yeah,
I got to give it to
yeah.
you guys. I mean, but you guys are under MUV, but this company is owned by another company, right? It's an ALT or something like that.
It was AltMed, and then they announced that Verano, that we're under Verano. Apparently, we
Verano.
merged with them, so that's
But you
what
guys
they
are only in the
announced.
state of Florida. Or you guys are any other state
It's
besides Florida?
in Florida, and then we have, I think they said one single dispensary in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, MUV. Oh, yeah.
Mhm,
Okay, okay.
mhm.
Well, these people they sell. This is not CBD. This they sell the whole package. The THC, CBD products. We he brought some samples in here that he's gonna tell us a little bit. I'm gonna ask him about each one of those samples, and also we're gonna talk about what each patient. And I know you're not a doctor. I'm not a doctor too, but I work for a clinic.
Mhm.
And different products they treat different medical illness.
Mhm.
It all depends on the patient. But I want to start with this one over here, which is the pump. This is like an asthma pump, right? Like an inhalator, and it's a 1-to-1. What do patients they want this for, and why do they prefer this, and why do they like the 1-on-1 ratio? It's a 50-50 THC, 50 THC and CBD.
All right.
So it's 50 THC, 50% THC, 50% CBD.
Mhm.
Why do people like this method versus the other? Because a lot of people they like the vape,
Mhm.
and others they like the flower,
Right.
and then you have the tablets and all that stuff. And
Right.
now I see that you guys have some little sprays in there too.
Correct.
But anyway, why this, and what is this good for? Uh, just tell me a little bit about this product right here.
The meter dose inhaler is actually really good for the people that want to microdose and be discreet about it. It's also really, really good for anxiety as like an emergency kind of go to as well. So especially with the 1-to-1. So with anxiety, of course, CBD is something that actually works on that. So if you ever go into like an anxiety attack or anything like that, you could just hit the inhaler, and then your anxiety. Usually that attack could kind of start to
It's
simmer.
not the only dosage you guys have on the inhaler is the 1-to-1, or you guys have like an indica,
No,
because that's like more like a hybrid, right? Or I don't know how you guys categorize that.
right. So we have the one-to-one variation, which is this one, and then we have a THC variation, so a full THC variation. It is an isolate, so there's no strain behind it. So you're not there's no terpenes to give you any special effects or anything like that. It's literally just a one-to-one with like the CBD and THC isolates, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
the THC one is going to be a THC isolate. So
Oh, that's cool.
mhm.
So it doesn't have no terpenes.
No,
Those okay, cool,
no,
cool, cool.
nothing to give it a strain.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is something for a lot of people that use for anxiety.
Right.
Yeah, I have patients that they love this, especially for anxiety,
Mhm.
and you're right about that. They love this pump. And then you have the sport gel. What is this sports gel for? Is that like a cream?
Yeah, so the sports gel is actually this
Excuse
one's
me.
gonna be more geared towards the people who like working out or have muscle pain.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a pain cream that is actually for like joint and limb pain. So this one here is gonna it's more or less like I describe it to patients as an icy, more or less like an icy hot, just more natural.
Okay,
So
yeah, okay. Let me ask you. I'm gonna go back to the two products,
okay.
but when you do this inhaler here,
Mhm.
how long does it take for the patients to? How long did they take for the patients to feel the effect of the medicine once they do, like, I don't know, one pump, one hit? I
Um,
mean, does it have a time limit? Because a lot of people, they prefer smoking, or
right.
because it really hits them a little bit
Yeah.
faster than taking these tinctures and stuff like
Mhm.
that. How long would it take for a patient to come? I mean, to feel the effect of the medication when they use this inhaler, this pump right
Usually
here?
about within a few seconds. I it's usually equivalent to about hitting a vape or whatnot. So it's going to maybe be a few second delay. Of course, we always say give it about 2 to 5 minutes to get full to see if that's enough for you or you get the effect that you're looking for. But more or less, yeah.
How long does it take? I mean, how long does it stay in your body? I mean, like, how long does the medicine stays in your body? Does it stay 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours?
I mean, everybody's going to be different. It's all going to depend on how your body processes all that stuff.
Hmm.
So, I've had some patients where it lasts them maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. I've had patients where it lasts them up to 4 hours. It
Got you.
just all depends on the patient since everybody's different.
Got you. Got you. Now we're going to the cream. Same
Mhm.
thing with the cream. I mean, how long does it take for the people to start feeling the effect of that cream? Because a lot of creams back in the days,
Mhm.
before this stuff came in,
Mhm.
they were making a lot of
Mhm.
pain creams,
Mhm.
and they were using a lot of lidocaine to absorb and go into your skin, and you can feel, the relief,
Right.
of the. So I'm not sure how long, and I mean, how long does it take for you to feel that cream once you rub it in the designated area?
So same thing is going to be it's all going to depend on the patient, but usually about 2 to 4 hours. It could actually prolong that or actually go beyond that. Just depends. It is more or less dose dependent. So if you put some on a spot, because this is actually a localized topical.
Hmm.
If you put some on a spot and it's not enough, you could actually put some more on top of that, and it would actually increase that effect.
Got you, got
So
you.
but usually about 2 to 4 hours
So it
for that.
doesn't have it, no type, not because I know a
No.
lot of the pain creams that they used to make, in the compounding pain creams,
Mhm.
they used to have some type of activator that you will put it in, and it will absorb real quick. I don't know what it was, but it was a chemical,
Mhm.
and you will feel it like right away within 5 to 10 minutes. You start. I don't know if you use the menthol, because a lot of people they use menthol
And that's what's in
to.
here.
Oh,
That's
really?
what's in here. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
menthol, it opens up the pores, and
Mhm.
a lot of people they start feeling the
Mhm.
the cream much faster.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, so it usually takes about an hour to 2 hours before you start feeling
Well,
that cream.
the effects are gonna last you about 2 to 4 hours.
Okay,
For
the
you to
effects.
feel it, probably about 5 minutes,
Oh,
if
cool, cool.
that.
Oh, wow, that's
Not even.
great.
It's something
Wow.
I use. I use actually religiously. I'm a card holder, so something that's definitely that stays on my
Yeah,
nightstand
yeah,
every
yeah.
day.
No, no,
So
that's
yeah.
that's yeah, that's for a lot of people that they have arthritis, and
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
even backache and all that stuff.
Mhm.
That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
That's a nice cream. Now next to it, there's the what is that? The Evolve.
We have an evolved technology, so this is something that is uh more or less our signature, I guess you could say, or proprietary to
Nobody
us.
has that.
No. So the Evolve Gel is actually gonna what this is going to do is super small, as you can see, compared to what the sports gel was, right? So what this is actually going to do is you would actually it's super little, size of your chapstick. So if you want to put it in your bag or whatnot, you actually want to put it on like the inside of your wrist.
Uh-huh.
behind your ears. Or some people put it on like the top of their foot, but it's gonna actually get through your skin into your bloodstream that way. So it's more of a systemic relief than it is a localized
Oh
relief.
wow, that's
So yeah,
crazy.
so this one's going to come in. This is the 1-to-1. So all of our color boxes, usually the 1-to-ones are going to be this color. So this one's going to come in 1-to-1 THC and a CBD.
It hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
That
this
pro
is out. This is out. This
What is the
is
feedback that you guys get from that product?
a lot of patients actually really, really love it, especially like the arthritis patients or the patients that have like really, really bad chronic pain. They use it. It does last you about 2 hours to 3 hours. I would say average from what I've been hearing from patients. But everybody enjoys it just because it's super small. It's super discreet. It doesn't smell like anything. And it's something that they could carry around with them. But it does actually work.
That's
Yeah,
amazing, man. That's kind of like
yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah. So
But but do you think that's better than this one, or do you think it's the same thing? I mean, when it comes to, or you're just talking about discretion, like if you want to be like more low profile, more cool about it, you
right.
would rather use this than this because the size and but they do both. I mean, both of them. They do. How do you categorize this? I mean, because you have the different tabs when the doctors order.
Hmm.
They got oral,
Hmm.
sublingual. What did this fall into? The cream
So those
size,
are going to go under
topical.
topicals. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
right,
cool.
right.
Oh
So
wow, that's nice.
mhm.
Yeah.
But I would say there are differences. It's all going to depend on what you're looking for. So if you're looking for more of a localized pain or localized pain relief, then I go with like the sports gel or the pain cream. This is 100 milligrams of CBD, 100 milligrams of THC. The pain cream is going to be 200 milligrams of each, CBD and THC. But like I said, this is
Mm.
more for muscles, to where the cream is more for joint and limb pain. This is and once again local only.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
going to give you a full systemic effect, and
Oh
it is also
wow.
dose dependent. Um, so if you did 2 pumps, I want to say it's 30 milligrams. Then that's what you're going to actually administer to yourself is 30 milligrams of medication through your skin into your bloodstream. So it's going to give you more of you will feel it a little bit like as like a little bit of euphoria or like a psychoactivity there, but it's nothing to worry about.
With this little one right
Yes,
here.
yes. Especially if
Ooh.
you go with like the full THC. I've had patients come in and actually like I give that to them and they look at it and they're like, this is not going to work at all. And I had a guy come back in and buy
Uh,
3 more because he tried it that
yeah.
night when he got home after playing basketball and he came in and he was like, I need to buy 3 more of those.
But let me. Does it help you? I mean, go to sleep. I mean,
It
does that
I,
thing helps you go to sleep? I mean, does it get you that? Did you get that euphoria? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't say it's going to do that. I mean, it will help with the pain. A lot of like with chronic pain, a lot of the patients that I'm seeing or helping in the store are actually dealing with their sleep is actually messed up because of or their insomnia is because of their pain.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah,
does
yeah.
help that
That's what
relief
happens
to
here.
where it does help you kind of sleep, but I would say it's not going to be close to like the effects you would get from like flower
No,
or
yeah, no, no,
vaping
I got
to
you.
be
But
first and foremost.
it gives you a relief. You know what I'm
Right.
saying
Yes,
when it
sir.
comes to the pain.
Yep. Hmm.
That's amazing, man.
Yes,
And I
sir.
know that you guys have, I mean, come up, I mean, so much when it comes to the science level.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna skip the other three for now, but we're gonna talk
Right.
about the other three. But I remember speaking to Kate, who also works with you, and
Hmm.
Kate told me that your tablets. This is something that I have not seen in other tablets out there with other dispensaries. They have like a fast release,
Hmm.
like it all depends. People, they take the tablets and they have to wait about an hour,
Right.
and on your tablets, they say, she was telling me, within 15 to 20 minutes you start feeling already, because he has some type of chemical
Right.
within the tablet that makes the tablet works a little bit faster.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter how much how fast or how slow your metabolize,
Right. Right.
and she was talking about your tablets, and my patients, they take some of your they take your tablets, and they're amazing.
Mhm,
They're amazing,
mhm.
because we got the opioids out there. We do prescribe schedule 2 medication here, which is opioids,
Yeah.
but we're cutting them down, and we're doing a substitute. We're doing the opioids and using THC tablets or 1-to-1
Mhm.
ratio tablets, and they're working for them. So what we do is we started cutting down the opioids
Right.
on them, and even when it comes to the Suboxone patients that they use it for addiction. We
Mhm,
start tapering patients down by using the tablets, medical marijuana, or vaping.
mhm.
But anyway, so that's something that you guys are on top of it. The tablets, I have never seen, and I have seen other tablets from other dispensers that I'm not going to mention their name, but your tablets are amazing, man. They are, man. And I got a guy, man, that he lives in Pensacola, and he's always out there just getting those tablets. And
Hmm.
and I registered him down here, and he moved up there, and he's like, he loves it. He loves the
Good,
tablets.
good, good to hear that.
But anyway, so we have the little orange box that says all-in-one vape pens.
Hmm.
Those pens right there. That one is 300 milligrams.
Right, right.
And you guys have different flavor. I mean, now we're talking about terpenes, right? When you go into those vape pens,
Correct,
now we're getting into the terpenes and stuff
correct.
like that. So when it comes to flavors and on the sativa side, which is the sativa, a lot of people that use sativa during the daytime. They don't usually use it at nighttime. That we just recommend people if they want to stay up focused.
Right,
Sativa helps them a lot.
right.
How many lines do you have on the sativa? How many strengths do you have on your sativa?
Oh man, our for sativas, I mean, there's really no way for me to honestly answer that question because
Really?
the library is extensive. So it just depends on what strains we're gonna have coming through. We stay on a rotation. So we never actually know what's coming. So what happens is like when we get everything at the store, we don't know what's in there. So when we get our strains, if it's a new strain, sometimes we get new strains, sometimes we'll get like strains that we've had before prior, like in prior weeks.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, there's really no way for me to honestly
Yeah,
answer
no,
that
I know,
question.
because every time you go to your dispensary, man, I mean, there's new stuff out there, man. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. On the high, I mean, same thing with the hybrids and the indicas. You
Hmm.
guys are like, is that the smallest cart? I mean, is that the smallest pen? Because I know you guys have sell other cartridges, and I think
Right.
it's on the G pen, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, which is the cartridge by itself, and then you buy the little device on
Right.
separate. You know what I'm
The
saying?
battery for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, how long would it? I mean, would it last for something like that for a patient? And I know it all depends on the patient how much they
Hmm.
vape, but usually, roughly, how much is that pen, and how much? I mean, would it last the patient? Average.
Average, I'd probably say maybe about a week to 2 weeks. And also, like you said, agree that it depends on how much they're using,
Hmm.
or vaping or whatnot. But this is 300 milligrams. So we do have like the G pen you were just talking about. Those are 500 milligram cartridges. We have our Peer line, which is here, and that's a 500 milligram cartridge as well. But these are 510 threads. But this one, I like the disposables, or patients like disposables, because one, it's a good way for them to try the strain, but also it's a good way for them to kind of start to ease into vaping as well. I get a lot of the older patients that don't really like vaping, but they've maybe used a vape one time,
Hmm.
and they literally just strictly use it to go to sleep at night. So this is something that they would keep on their nightstand in case they wake up in the middle of the night and they just need to hit that and go back to sleep.
So that's
Um,
disposable. That
yeah,
as soon as they're done with the medication, they just
just
throw it
throw it
away.
away.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And
And
how much will be something like that in your dispensary? How much is one of those pens?
these are going to be $35 a piece. And then they are cannabis derived terpenes as well. So it's going to give you more of the closer effect to flower
Yeah, yeah.
in a vape that you could
Yeah,
possibly get.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
mhm.
But okay, so I mean that's a good thing for people to have. Just if I was a patient, I would have that as an emergency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We get patients that
Just to
use it
keep
like
it,
that.
yeah, as an emergency.
Mhm.
And then you said you have the other one,
The
which
peer.
is the pure. I mean, which one is that one? Is that the one that is in nitro, or is that like when you put something in? I mean, is that what is that, man? Because it says pure.
So the peers, there's no cutting agents in it or anything like that. There's literally just THC oil and terpenes. That's all that's in this card. When we fill these cartridges, that's all that's in them. So you're not getting anything that's like not supposed to be in there, anything that could mess up your lungs or anything like that. But this is a 500 milligram cartridge. It is a 510 thread, unlike the G pen, which is a pod system. So this is like the universal, pretty much standard throughout the cannabis industry. So if you have a vape pen, this is the screw on that you would use for that battery, for that
So
vape
any
battery.
battery can work in there.
Correct. Correct.
Wow,
Of
that's cool.
course, usually we recommend like the some people use third party batteries. We usually recommend the MUV batteries, of course, just because they're set to our cartridges.
Hmm. Yeah, I
But
seen
yeah.
I seen what's happening too to a lot of people that they use batteries from other dispensaries.
Mm-hmm.
They the oil actually comes out. I don't know, something is the oil and the contact
Mm-hmm.
between the battery and the
Mm-hmm.
cartridge. because it's not made, and I've seen a lot of
Correct.
failing. That's why I tell people, listen, stick with the same if you're going to buy a product from Move, buy the battery from them and use just that battery. If you're going to
Mhm,
go somewhere else, buy a battery from
mhm,
somebody else's.
mhm.
And on that one, you have the sativa, the hybrid, and the indica too, right?
Correct. So we actually have four different ones. So we actually have, like you were saying, indica, sativa, hybrids, and then we actually have a high CBD, which is usually a 1-to-1 strain. So that's going to be our Canis too. So usually that's a 1-to-1 that I'd recommend for, again, patients anxiety or somebody that's trying to at least stay somewhat medicated and discreet, but still needs to stay focused and be able to function as well. But our mouthpieces, just to kind of point out for patients as well, our mouthpieces are color coded. So as you can see, it's blue on the mouthpiece here.
Oh,
So
so
it's
that's
gonna
an
actually
indica.
indica.
Oh, I
Correct.
got you. Oh, that's kind
So
of cool. That's
yeah.
neat.
hmm And then so that way you'll know. Of course, if you have multiple blue tops, then you need to, I'd probably say, keep the box. And then that way, just like when you're done with it, I usually put mine in the tube, put it back in the box. So that way I can keep my strains uncrossed.
So now I know the trick. So when I see somebody with a blue one, I'm gonna say that's an indica. They're gonna be like, "How the heck do you know?"
Yeah.
I said, "Man, listen, I
Yeah.
got teach. I got school the other day by MUV
Yeah, and
by Herman.
it's either gonna be blueberry or black mamba
Oh,
in
really?
that one, yes, sir. So we
And
only have
also, you
six
only
strains.
have two on the indica, only two flavors.
Correct. So on the indicas, we have black mamba and blueberry. On the sativa side, we're gonna have Maui Wowie and Tangy, and then our hybrid is OG Kush.
Or you
So more or
Kush.
less like a more balanced hybrid, right in the middle.
Yeah,
So.
I see.
Mhm.
I seen those. Now, what you got on the tinctures?
So of course I had to bring out CBD. This is probably one of my favorite products, to be personally honest with you. All of our bottles are 600 milligrams. Now we just released a RSO tincture, as well. So it comes in the same bottle, but that's 600 milligrams of medication, instead of 300 like our regular
Are those
tinctures
full
would be.
spectrum?
So these are not. So these are going to be. This is a CBD isolate. It does have a little bit of THC in it just to set it off. So that one is just going to be a CBD pretty much. So of course you need to touch a THC to synergistically make it work. But that's what that's going
How
to be.
much THC does it have?
So
Because
this
it's
one, it depends on the batch when we get them in. So it's only going to have maybe like, I've seen it come up to like, maybe it just depends the THC in it. So usually you're going to sit at like right about 269 milligrams or something like that, depending on the batch of the flower that it came from.
okay.
And CBD, and then the rest would
What
be
about
THC.
flavors? I mean, what's the flavors on
So
those? What flavors do you guys have on
this
those
is more of
tinctures?
like a ginger flavor.
Because I
For
know they
me,
have citrus, they
yeah,
have all these
yeah,
flavors, so that way it'll kill the
alcohol.
flavor. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
ethanol. So
yeah.
these actually, and that's a good point. These actually are there is actually up to 29% alcohol or ethanol alcohol in the bottle, because that's what we use to extract. So we always tell our patients that are having like any kind of liver issues, like, let us know or we'll ask.
Yeah,
That way we're not giving them the wrong product as well.
gotcha.
Um,
They all have ethanol.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
cool.
the only tincture that we have that's not going to be ethanol extracted, or have ethanol in it, is going to be the RSO tincture, or the Rick Simpson oil tincture, that we just released. So that's peppermint oil, sunflower seed oil, and just RSO
Does it
pretty
have
much.
ethanol or it doesn't have
No, that
ethanol?
one does not. That
Okay,
one does
okay,
not.
that's
These
good.
are
Yeah,
our tinctures like this are the only ones that have ethanol in them or alcohol in them. But that actually is what helps it work a little bit faster.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
How long would it take for? Because I know that a lot of tinctures, they take between 30. It all depends. Like I said, because I'm
hmm
a big guy. My metabolism is very slow. It's
hmm
not fast, but there's people that have a fast metabolism.
Right.
So, how long would it take for you to start feeling the medication when it comes to? We already spoke about the smoke, the creams, and the
Inhale.
pump.
Mhm.
On those tinctures, how long would it take for you to start feeling the medication?
I've had reports about 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes at that. It's the alcohol in it that helps
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
through the system a
How
little
much
bit
is
better.
one of those bottles?
$40.
Okay.
So 300 milligrams, $40. One full dropper is 10 milligrams. So if you did that, if you were at 10 milligrams a day, it's going to last you about 30 days.
And the pure, the cartridge that says pure, how much is those cartridges?
Those are going to be 50. These are 50. So,
$50.
yep.
They're 500
500.
milligrams,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. And then just to wrap it up, you guys have also the pre roll ups, right? You guys sell pre
Correct.
roll ups
Correct.
already on sativa, hybrid, and
hmm
indica.
hmm
And I mean, I'm not gonna ask you,
No.
how many you guys have because maybe you guys have tons of it. How much are the pre-roll-ups? You have the, I heard that some of the dispensaries they sell two different size or
Mhm,
kinds,
mhm.
or I mean, I think they have the 1 gram or something like that or
We do
something.
1 grams. We do 1 grams. They're $12 a piece.
Hmm.
So we used to do 2 half grams to make that 1 gram, and then they did away with that. So we just do the one
One
gram pre
gram.
roll. So they're $12.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so that's all you make. That's it. That's all you guys make, just the 1 gram
So 1 gram, yeah, just in the
on
pre
the
rolls. Yeah.
pre-roll-ups,
Mhm.
and then you have the flour.
Right. So our flour is tiered.
And
So
okay, so the flour only comes in 3.5, right? An
correct.
eighth. You guys are selling it. How much
Correct.
is? I mean, I know it all depends, but
So
on the product too.
Mhm,
And but anyway, let's just say because I know I seen sativas costing more than the indica, and we're talking about the going back to the terpene too, and what type of plant it is
mhm,
because I seen, like I said, seen them, versa versa too. I seen that the indica it costs more than the sativa. The sativa costs
mhm.
more than the. But what's the average price on a 3.5 gram container?
So if you come into any of our stores, you'll see when you look at our board, it'll say T1, T2, and T3. So what that means is our tier system.
Tiers.
So tier one is going to be top of the pretty much top of the plant variable, has more trichome coverage, uh, classified or graded more on structure. Same thing with our tier two, just more middle of the plant. And then our tier three is going to be like the bottom of the plant, but it's not ground flower. So tier
Mhm.
one's $50, tier two is going to be 40, tier three is going to be 32, and that's for the eighth, for each eighth.
So I mean, I know that the law says that every 35 days they're only allowed to have
Two,
2.5
yep.
ounces, 2.5 ounces.
Hmm.
Can a patient go in there and buy 2.5 ounces the same day?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
that's okay because I
We
know some of the dispensaries they don't like to sell. They only have a cap. They will sell you probably like
mm-hmm.
2 8s and
Hmm.
that's it, and come back next week. See you
Hmm.
never. But that's what else besides flour and these products you guys have?
We also carry concentrate, so live rosin, which is ice water extracted. That's 95 a gram. And then the other concentrates we carry are crumble or blue, which we call our blue, which is technically crumble.
Hmm.
We have shatter, and then that's I feel like I'm missing one.
No
And then with
daps. I
our
mean, because
distillate, so
the dap is like a crumble. I
yeah,
seen it,
shatter
and
and the
yeah, you
crumble,
guys got the
yeah, live
shatter,
rosins, yeah.
which it looks like a piece of
Mhm.
glass. Yeah.
And then we do carry the distillate syringes as well. So like, uh, so there it's 1 gram of THC oil, pretty much already activated. So that's 80 a gram. And then we also carry Rick Simpson oil, or RSO, as everybody knows it by.
Rick Simpson. What does that mean?
So Rick Simpson oil is actually it's a full extract cannabis oil. You'll see or you'll hear of a lot of cancer patients using it for like helping with like the side effects from chemo and things like that. But it's super potent. It's actually the whole plant, so you're getting everything that's in that plant: fats, lipids, everything.
Those
It's
are the little syringes.
right, so it looks like
Yeah.
almost like a motor
Yeah, I seen
oil.
it's like wax. You got to
Hmm.
warm it up to
Hmm.
get it out because it's so thick.
Right, right.
Yeah, I seen it.
So,
I
but it's
seen
super
those.
potent. It's one of those things where, uh, like we get a lot of the patients that use opioids and stuff like that use it as well. To come off of it's 65 a gram. So that goes along with like we have like you were saying the capsules. So we have RSO capsules, we have
Yeah.
RSO syringes, which are strain specific, and then we have RSO or the capsules are not going to be strain specific. Syringes and tinctures are strain specific.
The capsules they come in what's the milligram of the capsule? I think they're
25.
30,
They're
25,
25.
25
Hmm.
milligrams.
You get
Yeah.
30 of them, and they're 25
Yeah, I seen
milligrams.
those.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are a lot of people. They
Hmm.
love those
Yeah.
capsules.
Oh
Well, anyway, we're gonna post this
yeah.
information on the bottom of this video, and I mean, if you guys have any questions, what's the phone number for your store?
Oh man, is it? It's the our
Oh,
store number
I
is
got
if you
him.
call our store
I
number.
got
Yeah, you
him.
did get me. You did get
I
me.
got him. I knew I
Because
was gonna
it's
get him in one of those. He's an expert with these products, but I got him,
it's it.
Jonathan.
Oh man,
Jonathan's gonna help you because Jonathan's got your number.
I got you. I got you.
it's the that was an 833 number.
Yeah, yeah. Is
The
it
407 502
Mhm.
4059.
Yeah, that's the
that
one
was
for the
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
local
just
gas
my
we
store.
got it on
verification, if you
screen.
will.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right.
You
So,
got me on that one.
yeah. Well, Herman, I appreciate your
Yeah,
time.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you for
You're
coming
welcome.
into our channel. Don't let to be this one the last time. I mean, come back again. We hope to see you again.
Mhm.
We got some bigger plans we got other things that we're gonna be doing very soon, hopefully. And we're gonna take you there. We're gonna take you again to another place. It's gonna be a much nicer and bigger place than this one. I
Alright.
promise you. Thank you, Kate. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys. Subscribe. If you're watching this, all I'm asking you is subscribe. That's it. Thank you, guys. God bless.
God bless.